Welcome to Sports Source. I'm your host, Charley Lacey. We've got a jam-packed show for you today, filled with incredible stories, in-depth analysis, and all the latest sports action from around the Athens and UGA area. Let's get started. Get ready, Gladiator Nation. I'm here at Clark Central's Billy Henderson Stadium, where tomorrow night, the 6-2 Clark Central Gladiators will take on the 2-6 Alcovy Tigers.
What impressed you most about the Aggies?
Their resilience. They were down at halftime, but they came out strong in the second half with Marcel Reed at quarterback. That defense is legit, and they've got a real shot at the SEC championship now. Welcome back to Sports Source. We heard from the coach. Now let's get a player's perspective on Clark Central's amazing season. Joining me now with that is Sports Source reporter Ellie English. Ellie, what can you share with us about your visit to Clark Central High School?
Georgia's been almost unstoppable these last few seasons. What went wrong for them on Saturday?
Ole Miss simply outplayed them in every facet of the game. They controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Offensively, they were balanced and efficient. Jackson Dart made some big throws, and they ran the ball effectively. And let's give a shout out to Caden Davis, who was perfect on 5 field goal attempts. Georgia looked out of sync, and they couldn't handle the pressure that Ole Miss brought. The University of Georgia's football team plays at Dooley Field inside of the massive Sanford Stadium. It's known as Between the Hedges because of the hedges surrounding the field. The Alcovy Tigers will have to put up a battle against the Gladiators because they have been killing it in their region this season. The Gladiators have an undefeated region record and are coming off of a 4-game winning streak. Meanwhile, the Tigers have been struggling with a 1-3 region record, and their last win was last week against Appalachia. The model gives Alabama a significant edge here, Allie. They're projected to win almost 70% of the time with a predicted margin of victory of 7.6 points. That's a pretty strong statement, especially considering Alabama is only a 2.5-point favorite according to the odds makers. Welcome back to Sports Source. This week's must-see matchup, the UGA Bulldogs versus the UMass Minutemen. Coming off of a win that significantly increased their playoff chances, the Bulldogs, now ranked number 10, are ready to dominate on home turf. We will see if a brand new competitive matchup forms tomorrow night following this game. However, my instincts tell me that Clark Central will come out on top. If their defense is on their A game, they have the opportunity to completely shut out the Alcovy Tigers. If Clark Central wins tomorrow, they have lots to celebrate. Keep an eye on the turnover battle. Both teams have had their struggles with turnovers this season. Whoever wins that battle will likely win the game. And don't forget about special teams. In a close game, a big play on special teams could be a difference maker. Welcome back to Sports Source. We asked UGA students who they think will play in the national championship. Sports Source reporter Ella Sather joins us now with more on what they are saying. Ella, what can you share with us? With over 93,000 seats, it's not only one of the biggest stadiums in college football, it's the 9th largest in the NCAA and the 17th largest in the world. This is a wake-up call for Georgia. They've been cruising for much of the season, but this loss shows that they're not invincible. Kirby Smart will need to rally his team. They have a huge game on Saturday against Tennessee, and they need to find a way to regain their momentum. Thanks for the insight, Caden and Blake. We can't wait for this Saturday. Stick around. We went through campus this week asking Dog fans a big question involving Kirby Smart's team. We'll be back with that after the break. Meanwhile, Clark Central's QB, Hezekiah Melender, has been an absolute standout this season. He has over 1,400 passing yards and 20 touchdowns. Coming all the way from Arizona as a transfer, he is really connected with his team. Thanks, Ella. It appears UGA students are still hopeful for the Dogs to make it to the finish line. And that's Sports Source for today. Many thanks to our team of reporters and analysts. Have a great weekend.